I wanted to get Nick on camera because the other day he said something very interesting. When I asked him, what is the worst video game of all time?
Basically, the worst video game of all time
Yeah, here it comes.
is Grand Theft Auto 3.
Wait a minute.
Is that not the game we're talking about?
That is what he said.
Grand Theft Auto 3.
And you're talking about a game that's like done 20 million units.
It doesn't mean anything. All that does is prove that there's 20 million retards.
I played that game, Nick!
Exactly, 20 million and one retards.
Yeah!
Grand Theft Auto is retarded because you make fucking this garbage game with cartoon graphics, some horrible excuse for like gore and bullets, the mindless flock of frat players who play Madden, Call of Duty, pick up this sandbox game, makes Rockstar a bunch of money. Basically, because there's money there, it saps the money from real creative developers who have to go and then work on that instead of actually forwarding video games.
Can we just go over the edit?
No. Be quiet.
We found him, the legend, the wizard, the guru of video game hardware modification, Ben Heck.
That's what started it all.
This is what started it all. This is actually a portable Atari 2600. How long did it take you to make this?
Well, about 2 months. It was the first time I ever tried something like that, so I really didn't know what I was doing. I was a graphic artist back then, you know. I did that at work actually, like on my lunch breaks.
How long ago?
9 years ago. 9 years ago this month, yeah.
How many modifications do you think you've done since this?
Oh gosh, probably 30 to 40 to 50. Going on 5 different Xbox 360 laptop designs. There was a Commodore, there was a PlayStation 1, a PlayStation 2, a PlayStation 3, the original Atari, the ColecoVision, the regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube.
How much do these things
Well,
cost?
the sad thing that happens is when you start doing something like this for a living, you have to charge more because it has to be worth your time. Now everything usually starts at least 2, and the Xboxes are usually like 5,000. And you know, it takes 40 hours or so, $100 an hour or whatever. I've actually had to hire all these people back here. 24 hours a day they work manually sorting through my email.
Is that because like sometimes you'll get emails from people who maybe can't pay for it, or
Well,
like young
no,
kids or something?
they won't capitalize their sentences, or they'll be a Nigerian widow or something. You just never know these days. Okay, kids out there, here's a good way to have people not respond to your emails. All low caps. Hello, Mr. Ben, no period. I would like you to build, spelled wrong, me something. I have $8 in my bank account. PLZ. Me or anyone else is probably not going to respond to that email.
Okay, Ben, obviously this isn't where you build the stuff. I want to see the wizard doing his magic. I want to see the master at work.
All right, well, you know what? We shouldn't waste any more time here. Come on. Well, Jace, this is where the magic happens. I just find an Atari laying around. This is a nice clean one here, and I'll start soldering new things onto it.
So when you're
Using this handy soldering iron that I brought.
Okay, I guess we can call that your magic wand.
If you
here?
cut yourself, you can actually solder.
Whoa, careful! Don't do that. So when you're trying to envision your modification, do you just sit and just think of it in your mind while you sit here?
Well, it's a modern computer age, right? But I actually like to start on paper. But with the computers, you can do things so accurately, you can actually waste a lot of time. So it's best just to sketch out a really rough drawing.
I've heard that actually you're working on one that might get the iPhone people very excited.
Well, the basic idea is to take an iPhone and to give it PlayStation Portable functionality, right?
So have you made a lot of progress in this? How close
Yeah,
are
a
you?
lot of the hardware is actually fairly similar. They're both the same color, which helps. Basically I'm thinking, maybe even possible to get a UMD slot down here because the width is just about right. So that can go in there like that.
This is it?
These are just some iPhones. It's here, but I can't let you see it. I mean, it's pretty hush-hush. Yeah.
Is that because you have a lot of people who like to try to copy what you're doing?
Try being the operative word.
Ben, what are you doing?
Oh, actually some guy emailed me. He wants me to hook this SCSI card into the Atari so I can access some hard drives on the network. The pin count is not exactly the same, but I think I can probably get it to fit.
Do you ever get outside?
See? Outside.
I just fucking want video games to go back to the time when shit like Earthbound was around. The people at fangamer.net are doing it right. They have to forcefully bring us back the classics like Earthbound, Mother 0, Mother 1, Mother 2. All those, we need those back.
You're talking about classics?
Yeah, classics.
And then I ask you, have you ever played Archon? And you don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
You understand if it's not on my radar and I don't know, then it obviously doesn't matter.
Man, you're talking about classics, but you don't know what the classics are.
That's
You
why.
ever, you ever play
So your
Aztec on-
credibility can.
What the fuck are you talking about credibility? You can get the fuck out of here.
You are a cynical fuck.
Can we maybe just look at the edit?
Okay.
By the way, why is there a wiener below Jason's face in that picture?
Well, it's really small, so it must be Corey's.
So if you want to actually see something funny on a body, all we have to do is look at Todd's pecs.
Can you film his calf, please?
Nice Pumas, by the way, yo.
Looks like a fucking bat cave.
Can we end this segment, for
Yes,
the love of God?
please.
Thank
No,
you.
I'm in it. I don't want it to end. I want the camera to be on me.
Camera's on you.
He's
Nic-
so distinguished.
Nick in all of his glory.
I have a feeling that the girls at Hooters really aren't all that into me.
That's awesome.